Hey folks, and welcome to the start of my Honkai Star Rail playthrough. Now before we kick things off with a nice wee fresh start, I am just going to showcase and, well, just briefly discuss as to why I have an account with this much progress and I didn't record any of it. Well, you see, I just wanted to make sure whether I enjoyed the game before I committed to the relatively daunting task of recording yet another live service gacha game because, well, a playthrough's already a pretty hefty time commitment, much less a gacha game or just, well, quite simply a live service game that you don't know whether or not you're going to enjoy long term. So I wanted to at least get a nice first impression to see whether I enjoy it, because I wanted to give it like a few hours, essentially. So far, I'd say it's fairly favorable. I've enjoyed the combat quite a bit, the characterization, just the story in general. And, well, I'm a big sucker for sci-fi and what have you. And I also managed to luck sack not only Bronya, but Selly as well. And I'm quite chuffed about that because these two are my most wanted high rarity characters that are currently present in the game. The next one that I would love to get would be Welt, but we'll see whether or not Gacha will be kind to me, because I haven't even gotten my 5-star card from the beginner pools yet, so it could very well be him for all we know. But I digress. So, without further ado, let's actually continue henceforth with the main event, the game itself. So here we are at the American region side of things. Oh boy, it is time to begin. Once again, for me, I'm double dipping in this here land.
Seems I came at a bad time.
No. I think you couldn't have timed it better. 23:47:15 system time. Very punctual, Kafka.
Elio always tells the exact future. So what's with the explosion just now? Was that also part of his script?
Uh-huh. 23:44:59 system time. The pulses from the explosion cause a massive breakdown from the master control system.
You did that.
No, the Antimatter Legion did it. They completely invaded the space station 2 system hours ago.
Alright. So do we need to fight the Legion?
I don't know. Elio didn't say anything about it, so it doesn't matter.
Got it. So from now on, I'll be in charge of this operation.
Copy. Can you let me have some fun this time? Our last few operations turned out to be pretty dull.
Sorry, I'm afraid there is not much I can do for you. Our task this time is just to place the target properly.
Oh, so nothing to do with disposing?
But if you want to go look for some fun yourself, I won't stop you. I mean, after all. After all, Elio didn't put it in the script. Why would it matter? May as well kill them all.
Alright, tutorial. It's a very relatively basic system. You just have a basic attack here. Oh, nice wee 1-2.
Hurt.
Left stick, select the enemy on the right as your target. Switch to your skill for a stronger attack with the Y button. Use skill on the selected enemy. It also looks like as if this skill has, area of effect properties. And there we have it! But also, I'm going to say briefly that Kafka certainly did have a very strong first impression. I mean, she came out guns blazing after all. Although, maybe I won't keep it so brief. I mean, heck.
When did the Antimatter Legion become so weak?
I could only attract this much. Did you really want the entire Legion to come here?
Oh, this lot won't be able to slow down the Astral Express crew.
Relax. A Doomsday Beast is also here.
But to continue on my first point, I very much love Kafka's spider motif and just her fashion sense. It's so freaking rad, man! Like, look at it! Hello there, you wee beastie. What you doing? Vibing there? The enemy is now within the character's attack range. Attack selected enemy to trigger combat. Maybe it should be phrased to just be push the X button though, huh? All characters possess a powerful ultimate which can be used when their energy is full. Fight enemies to regenerate energy. Seems simple enough, doesn't it? Let's get to it then. You are at full energy. Press your ultimate now. Alright, let's do it!
Times never last.
Use ultimate on all enemies. Let's go!
Time to say bye. Boom.
And that's that!
Cleaning up other people's mess isn't in my job description. You know, Kafka?
Well, it may as well be now, huh?
Yeah. Where did you send it, Silverwolf?
Now that we're done with that little scuffle with those jobbers, though, time to add in some additional thoughts about Kafka's ultimate, though, because that's the first time we're seeing it, and holy moly, it's about as immaculate as I remember. From the pacing, from start to finish, the payoff is so much worth it, and it still very much plays to the strength of Kafka's spider theme too. Oh, it's so good, especially for the fact that they just let you have a wee gander about as her as far as tutorial characters go. Love it so much.
Some random coordinates, not important. You care about where that Void Ranger ended up?
Speaking of designs, though, Silverwolf is no slouch either. I mean, look at those rad shades. Plus, she's so freaking cute. Look at this little adorable buttercup.
Of course not. I'm just amazed at this fancy technique of yours, as usual.
Just a little trick of tampering with the data of reality. I wouldn't call it fancy.
I mean, that's pretty dang high concept, though. You're literally making reality zeros and ones. What do you mean it ain't fancy? I wish I could look at the data stream in reality.
What were you looking at so intently just now? Let me see.
I mean, that way I could look at the statistical makeup of a nice wee cup of green tea. See what the precise measurements.
Herta's Toys, a catalog featuring the space station's collection of rare items. They've got a lot of interesting gadgets.
Like what?
There's this gun. It can rate any creature within its crosshair as a score from 0 to 100.
Doesn't sound very interesting.
Yeah, it's just a rating gun. Like what? Is it just a review gun? Or are you just gonna call it something like the review bomb?
Aren't you curious about how much you would score? I kinda wanna know mine.
Fine, I guess we can swing by and play with it if it's not too far. What's our destination?
Go down the corridor behind the door on the left. There's a room where some kind of rare item is stored.
Oh, so that's where the Stellaron is.
That's where we can find out where the Stellaron is.
Silver Wolf has joined the team temporarily because, well, it's got that story tidbit for a reason. Okay. So we can have a little switcheroo to the Silver Wolf. Right! Time to get our first readable item because I actually haven't read any of these yet as far as the Europe region goes. So I'm quite excited because, well, this is new territory for me now because I kind of wanted to save this for the whole recording shebang. But anywho, the Space Station Introductory Guide, Older Edition, written by Madame Herta, currently no longer distributed due to design issues. Oh gosh, what kind of issues? Anyway, welcome to Herta Space Station. If your pursuit for the limits of life had extended to the universe itself, or if you question whether the debate about universal truths had truly been settled, if you longed to reproduce the initial state of the galaxy, or if you obsess over symbols and scrolls, once again, welcome to Herta Space Station. Knowledge and answers can be found here within countless unknowns and novelties, and you will wield the matic to unearth the answers that you seek. However, in order to immerse yourself in the exciting process, a simple foundational step must be taken. Becoming a research staff. If you who are currently reading this document are only an astronomic hobbyist, we apologize, as your exploration of the cosmos has ended when you began your journey. Please cherish your tour at the reception hall. This may be the closest you will ever get to knowledge and intellect. Holy moly, the sass on this one. Anyway, new edition, written by lead researcher Asta, the edition currently in circulation on the space station. Welcome to Herta Space Station. The secrets of the universe are a topic to which many scholars have dedicated their entire lives. They are complicated enough that they cannot be fully described in any language, yet so mundane that anyone can spot them in every nook and cranny. Whatever the case may be, the scattered life forms in the universe have jointly crafted a masterwork that is simply known as civilization. On the journey to pursue the scattered hints about the universe's true nature, we are inevitably drawn to the same guiding stars. Charming and enchanting, they have enticed many seekers of knowledge into dedicating their lives just for one glimpse of the truth. The Herta Space Station is a shaded walkway built along the path lit by those guiding stars. We pick up fragments of the Lost Symphony to reproduce the feast of a glorious past. We decipher the essence of unknown technologies to glimpse the dazzling gleam of civilization's crystallized wisdom. Scholars are boats that sail across the vast galaxy toward the ends of its expanse, and the answers suddenly waiting on the other side are the best motivations for our advance. We hope you'll be able to immerse yourself in the allure of the unknown and the thrill of knowledge in the Herta Space Station. Entrance application, please email us according to the template provided on our official website, and we will arrange a time for you to visit us. Due to the number of pending visitors, your request will be responded to within 180 working days. Areas open to visitors: Herta Space Station Space Elevator, Herta Space Station Reception Hall. Special note, each person will be allotted 30 minutes for the tour. Areas involving research are strictly off limit. Alrighty, time for yet another collectible, huh? Right, Herta's manuscript preface. Preface. On that day, Scholar Cleo from the Candela Graphos asked me, "Is there something you would like to write for the universe?" I told her there was nothing, and she replied solemnly, "Please just write something. It's a request from the IPC." To be honest, I've never thought about this before. The Genius Society has its own rules and rarely ever shares anything with the outside world. Actually, why should we care about what happens to the universe? Our research and discoveries make us happy, and that's more than enough. Even if the galaxy were to go into all-out war, we would be able to take care of ourselves with our abilities. However, judging from a different perspective, what harm could it do even if I were to write a book? None that I could think of, in fact. I'm not the only one who's thought of publishing in the history of the Genius Society. Xandar, member number 1 of the Genius Society, wrote a book before. Aiden, member number 22, and inventor of the 9-worded formulae, also wrote a book. To my knowledge, Screw'em, member number 76, also wrote a booklet for rather a few amber eras ago to educate its butler on the maintenance of a large computer management system. Besides, the great Noas the Erudition also stored all the information within its body. Isn't this also a form of writing? Having thought of all this, I feel it would not be a bad thing to actually sit down and write a book of my own. The IPC sent someone last week to deliver the down payment for the book. I was shocked to see the number of zeros on it. I began to think seriously about writing. First, I need to explain the content of this book within this preface. It will not contain any of my groundbreaking discoveries, nor will it have intrinsic mathematic deductions, though I am famous for the above. I wish to display my true self here. Truth be told, I want to write a book about the universe, aeons, factions, and everything else. I have had more frequent interactions with other worlds in the past amber eras. I began to work with the IPC, assisted Xiao Shu in their battle against the Abominations, got my hands on numerous collections from the Astral Express, and stirred up some trouble with the Garden of Recollection. I've been more active recently than I have ever been before. I've noticed that the truly interesting things in the universe aren't its cold laws and rules, but the eons formed of highly. This all seems quite interesting though, what with the whole name dropping of varying factions and what have you. I'm curious what this will eventually entail though, but let's continue. Of highly condensed philosophy and the foolish conniving humans gathering around the aeons. This is what I want to write. The lonesome gods and their insouciant followers. I hope the readers will find the book satisfying. Thank you IPC for the sponsorship. Okay. Emergency evacuation flashed onto the display, and the front of house receptionist carried out the instructions. That they did. But alright, so I guess it's going to just be having a wee gander about here, and then we will soon totter onwards, huh? Oh, destructible objects. Try breaking objects lying in corners or along the path. You may find something useful. And there's a basic treasure. Treasures are scattered across the world. You may find things of great value by exploring the world and defeating your enemies. Yeah, there's going to be quite a few of those to find, huh? Guess we really can't just backtrack though, huh? But alright, let's keep on keeping on then, shall we? Oh, we can't use that controller. It's this one over here. Ferdos?
The central area of the space station is up ahead. There will be lots of Legion Void Rangers there.
Okay.
Well, there's one right over there right now, so let's just give it a nice friendly greeting, shall we? Characters and enemies act in sequence from top to bottom of the action order. Ultimates are not affected by the action order and can be used in any turn. Ah, so you can kind of cheat with them, huh? Time to see what this little Missy's skill is all about! But also, dang, it does add weaknesses though, huh? I could see that being very potent in the future. Press and hold to enter the ultimate selection state with LT. You're at full energy. Activate your ultimate now. Oh boy! After an ultimate becomes available, it can be used immediately.
This combat needs optimizing.
Use Silverwolf's ultimate to defeat enemies.
At this speed, too slow.
Tutorials. View all unlocked tutorials. Hey, we got a new feature! Wow! Open tutorials! Let's have a wee gander! Unlocked tutorial contents can be checked in tutorials. A tutorial about tutorials, huh? But most of these I've already seen happen, well, transpire in the game live, if anything. But there's some little nuggets of wisdom that are a bit more in-depth, such as the action order one telling us about action values, which just kind of tells us that our characters can be shown to actually just be higher up on the, well, action list. Many readable items. You may find lots of readable items in your journey. Do spend some time reading them to learn about people's lives and the lore in different worlds. Collected readables can be quickly accessed via the bookshelf function in the phone menu. Also, I guess we missed out on that little snippet, huh, initially when we did our first little reading stash.
The server's still not open. Ugh.
Also, hey, we get to see Silverwolf's idol animation. I love her punkish aesthetic too. Honestly, both Silverwolf and Kafka are just so styling.
Hold it. Someone or something is up ahead.
Oh, some kind of beastie lurking in the corner of sorts? Mayhaps, mayhaps. Yes, sir.
Looks like we're the ones getting ambushed.
But they're the ones getting besieged.
100%. Alright.
May as well kill them all.
Skill points is a combat resource shared by the whole team. Switch to skill. Consume skill points to use skills. Which does entail the fact that if we don't have any, we cannot use skill points with Silverwolf. So all skill points have been used. Skills cannot be used when insufficient skill points are present. Use basic attack to recover team skill points. So sometimes you'll just want to have some filler turns and what have you to just make sure that everything is all honky-dory as far as your skill point economy goes. Alright, let's just use Kafka's ultimate here. We have it up after all.
Good times never last. Time to say bye.
Toodaloo! Oh, not quite! Wow, it survived! Dang!
Not a single soul here. Impressive evacuation work. Did Herta organize it herself?
According to the access history, she hasn't logged in here for over 6 months. The evacuation was directed by the acting lead researcher, a girl named Asta.
It doesn't ring a bell. Oh, right. Elio said we wouldn't run into Herta. It seems she really isn't here.
Indeed. She's completely vacant.
Where's the Stellaron?
I haven't the foggiest, girl. But oh, it's also described as the cancer of all worlds, eh? I didn't quite catch that detail before.
Elio's script doesn't include any info about the location of the Stellaron, which means in the future he foresees...
We would find the Stellaron in a non-physical way.
I mean, Silverwolf, you can manipulate the data of reality.
This space station is packed with extraordinary objects. I wouldn't be surprised if there's one that can make it happen.
Well, hiding something extraordinary with something extraordinary. This is pretty Herta. I assume you know what to do. I mean, you've read the catalog for quite a while.
I've got all the clues we need. The only piece missing is a simple trick. Help me investigate the terminal in this room. Our item might be inside.
Okay, the stage is yours.
And the floor is mine to explore. Wow, what a privilege. Bonk.
I can't see the memory storage for this terminal.
This is the monitoring room. They must have deleted the records and made a run for it. Classic.
Hey! I mean, cover all bases, right? Make sure nobody grabs intel that you don't want them to.
I can see the whole space station on the surveillance screen, but not the Stellaron.
Even if you could, it'd be a trap. Herta doesn't display her collections. Make your way over here then. There's no point in trying to search like this.
But what if there's any collectibles?
So, got a master plan? I'm all ears.
It's a matter of hacking the surveillance system directly.
Aha, I see. Herta's collections aren't in the system, so anything unaffected should be our target.
Oh, well, there goes the hacking, huh? Logo and everything.
Simple, crude, but effective. Look, found it.
You managed to brute force it, huh? Fair dose, you wee super hacker, you.
Huh, what's this?
Item number 211, Line Spot. A simple light deflecting field. It allows an object in its field to pass unnoticed, but if a different item ceases to be obvious, the object gets revealed.
So, Herta hides her collection with something as simple as this?
The simplest method is the hardest to spot. Isn't that our motto?
I mean, sometimes, yeah, it can be quite hard to discover. Oh, this is kind of trippy, though. Look at all that bloom! We're in a whole new dimension! Not necessarily, it's kind of like some weird scanner thing, huh? But still.
Strange thing number 2.
The data suggests it's just an ordinary hologram, but it has an added layer.
Let's take a look. Don't worry, this place won't be our grave.
Well, you both gotta become playable at some point, huh? Like, proper playable, like in the gacha playable. Right, investigate.
Interesting. She's a member of the Genius Society, all right.
The Stellaron is up ahead. Let's hurry.
Oh, time to have a wee peek at this whole Stellaron thing, huh? We can't break it, though. This is Stellaron, what Stellaron hunters throughout the universe all hunt for, but in truth, it's all just a front. Elio knows it, Blade knows it, and you know it too. Stellaron hunters have another true goal. That's why the Stellaron that Herta sealed away will be put to another use. Once Silverwolf breaks its seal, you'll have to take and place inside a kind of vessel that's been waiting for just this occasion. A vessel, huh? Let's find out, shall we?
It has its own security system. I guess even for Herta, Stellaron is no ordinary rarity.
Can you get it?
Of course. Even the genius Herta can't compete with me when it comes to hacking.
Good. Then I'll also count on you with the preparation of the receptacle.
The receptacle's ready. Your decision.
Elio said this decision will bring about lots of changes.
He also said, it must be you who makes it.
Well, if I'm the one to make it, as much as Kalis does look really neat, I want to be Stell, because I very much am endeared to her droopy eyes. Plus, look at her, she's
Wanna give her a new
gorgeous.
name?
Good name, Lotte. Time for a wee fingerprint. Boop.
There we go. How much does she remember?
I'll remember you.
Time to get up. Oh,
Where am I?
a space station. But that's not important.
I think that's pretty important. We're in the middle of space.
Listen, you are in a daze right now. You don't know who you are, why you're here, or what you're going to do next. You think I look familiar, but you're not sure if you should trust me. None of that matters. All you need to know is that I'm leaving. and you will be left all alone on this space station. From now on, you needn't think about your past or doubt yourself. Listen, in the near future, you will encounter all kinds of perils and hardships, but you will also have many wonderful experiences. You'll meet companions who will treat you like family and embark on surreal adventures with them. At the end of your journey, all that perplexes you and troubles you will resolve. This is your future that Elio has foreseen. Do you like it?
Depends on how it all entails, huh? Anyway, I guess. I mean, it sounds pretty neat, don't it? We get a whole bunch of stuff to do.
Lovely.
Jubbly.
Hey, remember what you feel in this moment. As long as you know in your heart where you're heading, you're guaranteed to see the ending of your story. That's the you I like.
We've known each other for a hot minute. But okay, ma'am.
How long do you think you need? According to the script, the Astral Express crew is arriving soon. We should avoid being seen by them.
I know, Silverwolf. Just give me another minute. I must leave now. Don't worry, someone will come and find you very soon. Just go with them. You won't remember a thing except me.
No. Farewell.
When you have a chance to make a choice, make one that you know you won't regret.
Weren't their coordinates sent out from the space station?
Oh, a male voice.
Who cares? They're here and alive. Do they look like a mannequin to you?
Hello there, feeble voice.
Weak heartbeat and pulse. March, you better do CPR.
Huh? I've never done it before. Don Hung, you do it.
Sure. Some nice mouth-to-mouth action first thing as I got out, you know, from being brought into this world. Gimme, gimme.
Wait, stop it. They're awake.
I have been denied.
Are you all right? Can you hear me? Do you remember your name?
I've been deprived of some lovely mouth-to-mouth contact with a very dashing young man. How dare you, Botch? But no, I don't remember a thing. I haven't the foggiest. Zero, Sada, Silch. Oh no, actually, no, maybe we do remember our name. What am I talking about? And we remember Kafka, technically.
Aw, this isn't good. Can you try harder? I'm sure you can at least remember your name.
My name is Loti.
Nice to meet you. My name's Don Hung, and this is March 7th.
Interesting name, though, when you think about the March 7th thing.
This space station was just attacked by the Antimatter Legion. We came to help with the rescue at the request of lead researcher Asta.
Hey, familiar name, huh? But anyway, the Antimatter Legion?
Goons owned by the destruction. You're lucky the most dangerous Lord Ravager among them isn't around. Just some nasty minions. We'll take those invaders out soon. Don't worry.
Ah, bonk the beasties, huh? Lead researcher Asta.
Uh-huh. A petite cutie with pink hair? Madame Herta appointed her to be the acting lead researcher.
I mean, you're friggin' adorable yourself, you know. I mean, look at them eyes.
That girl really needs to step up. I can't believe her own employee doesn't even know her name.
Where should I go?
Back to the Master Control Zone. Asta and the other researchers have gathered there.
Plus, that's where we parked the Astral Express. Don't you worry. We'll protect you from the monsters and clear up this mess.
Who are you guys?
Don Hung and I are members of the Astral Express crew.
Well, the Express has some dealings with Madame Herta, so we come to visit the space station from time to time.
We just so happened to arrive during this invasion. Of course, as a crew of heroes, we're happy to lend a hand.
Well, thank you kindly. The Astral Express?
Yeah, you've never seen it? The Express comes here every once in a while.
It's a unique train that can travel between the stars with the power of the Trailblaze Eon.
I'll show you once we're back to the Master Control Zone.
Well, please do. Anyway, let's go then.
You and March go back together. Arlan from the security department lost contact in the vicinity. I need to find him first.
Oh, all right. You stay safe.
Aye, come back in one piece, you hear?
Maybe you should bring this. The Legion are rampaging through the space station like a pack of wolves. This trip won't be a walk in the park. It's better if you have something to protect yourself.
Ah. A baseball bat.
Just a suggestion, though. You're safe as long as you stick with me.
Familiar weaponry, huh? But anyway, new feature available. Characters. View details of unlocked characters. Open the character menu to view character information. Detailed information about characters can be viewed in the character screen. Each character has their own type. Lote is a physical type character. Well, I mean, we have a bat. Each character has their own path. Lote is a character that follows the path of destruction. Characters come in different types and follow different paths. Learn about each character in the detailed screen. Neat. But you know what? Yeah, we're probably the path of destruction because we have the power of vandalism. I mean, we could cause some mighty property damage with this here bat. But right, let's have a wee gander at the paths. Destruction deals outstanding amounts of damage and possesses great survivability, suitable for various combat scenarios, so a bruiser type. The Hunt deals extraordinary amounts of single target damage, the main damage dealer against elite enemies. Erudition deals remarkable amounts of multi-target damage, the main damage dealer against groups of enemies. Harmony applies buffs to allies to improve the team's combat capacities. Nihility applies debuffs to enemies to reduce their combat capacities. Preservation possesses powerful defensive abilities to protect allies in various ways. Abundance heals allies and restores HP to the team. So we have all them roles, and we'll probably get some characters of those of varying roles in the future to cover various bases after all. And hey, here's our main gal in the flesh that we saw at the introduction of this series. Oh, I can't zoom in! No!
This place is full of fancy little gadgets. Herta's collection. I really don't get why she'd go out of her way to collect them and then leave them here to gather dust.
But, as I was going to say, suffice to say, their design is fairly simplistic, but very aesthetically pleasing to the eyes. Sometimes it's just the simple things that you gotta appreciate. I mean, I'm all for this relatively casual...
Enough dilly-dallying. We gotta go.
As I was saying, Marge, I'm all about this aesthetically simple design. Sometimes less is more. But...
It's the Antimatter Legion. So these crazy jerks made it all the way here. Watch this.
Okay, phew. Right-ho.
With me out here, how can we lose?
Alright, probably should have read what March's skill did aloud, huh? Anyway, the type icon shows weaknesses. The white bar below the weakness types indicates the enemy's toughness. Using attacks of the same type as the enemy's weakness will deplete the enemy's toughness. Select Lottie's skill. This attack can deplete enemy toughness to 0. Use skill on selected enemy. Use physical attacks to inflict weakness break, causing enemies to bleed.
You can't run! Try that
Alright, let's read out March 7 skills. So, the power of cuteness, provide a single ally with a shield. And well, you can imagine what the basic attack entails. Deals minor ice damage to a single enemy. Just a basic attack. Right-ho. Pew!
Let's make it quick.
Deals physical damage to a single enemy and enemies adjacent to it.
Take this!
Boop!
You're stronger than you look. Seem to be quite the fighter.
Indeed, but anyway, weakness break. Use attacks of the same type as the enemy's weakness to deplete the enemy's toughness. When enemy toughness reaches 0, weakness break will be triggered, causing the enemy to take more damage and delaying their action. And then weakness. You will encounter all kinds of enemies during your adventure. Each of them has weaknesses that can be exploited by using attacks of the same type. I like how they're promoting Silverwolf here because I actually forgot to read her ultimate aloud, but it can add a weakness onto an enemy pertaining to one of your teammates' elements. It's absolutely ridiculous. But right, I think this shall suffice for an ending point though. As we look at this, right, we can't imitate because holy moly. They did a smack dab job with Marty's design, but then again, I'm all about frilly pink cute things.
Cheese.
Oh, look at her! So precious! Gosh dang it. And of course, absolutely adorbs. But anyway, folks, this shall be our ending point. So thank you all for watching this episode of Honkai Star Rail, and I'll see you all next time as we continue our journey across the stars. Ta-ta for now.